Part 4. I'm going to stop worrying about dead air and everything. I'm going to take this slow and be thorough with it. So he told the churches, to them that overcame, he would give them power over the nations, and they should rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. The wrath of the Lamb came on Judea, it came on the Jews. But what was the wrath of the Lamb? It was the iron kingdom. If you read Joel, it talks about on the great day of the Lord that a heathen army would come, and they were the greatest army that had ever been on the face of the earth, and they walked in a straight line and did not fall on each other's swords. Because the wrath of the Lamb would be just like Nebuchadnezzar back in the day. In Jeremiah, he said he sent Nebuchadnezzar, his servant, to destroy Israel and lead them into captivity for 70 years. It would be a heathen army. This is the iron kingdom, the rod of iron, Rome. They were given power over the nations to rule them with a rod of iron and break Israel into shivers. Every time it talks about a potter's vessel and those things, the potter's clay, the miry clay, it's talking about Israel. The other kingdoms were called iron and brass and everything. But whenever Israel mingled themselves together, they were called the children of earth. Because they were made from the dust and God had power over their flesh, it was his people. Through circumcision, he had power over their flesh. They were the children of earth. Then he said, and he would give them the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Then he tells those in Sardis, these things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest, but art dead. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain. Whenever this was written, they had things, and those things, they needed to strengthen them, which remained at that time. Because he said they were losing faith. He said, because those things which remain are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou wilt not know the hour which I come. This is just like Paul told the Thessalonians. He said, you are not in darkness, brethren, that day should overtake you as a thief, because it was going to happen in their lifetime, in their time. And here in Sardis too, they had to hold fast what they had. But he said they had a few names in Sardis, names of people back then, which had not defiled their garments, so they would walk with him in white, because they were worthy. So he said, he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. And again, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Stay tuned.